Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple cup like this in Gravit Designer. I'm also going to teach you some new things about the layers panel which you may not know. One thing is that you can give your layers different names by double-clicking on the name of the layer where it says path. I'm going to write cup because this is the main part of my cup, and hit return. And I want you to know that there's a little lock icon that you can click, and when you click it you won't be able to make any changes to that layer until you click it again and unlock it. Okay, and also there's an eye icon, and the eye icon is visibility. It will toggle visibility, which means if you click it once, that layer is going to disappear and you won't see it. If you click it again, you will see it. So this rectangle at the bottom is actually my background. So I'm going to click it. I'm going to unlock this layer. Then I'm going to double click on rectangle and call it background. Hit return. And then I'm going to lock it again, because it's good to have your background locked. And sometimes it's good to lock layers when you're going to work on another layer next to them or on top of them and you don't want to affect that layer. If you don't want to affect the layer, then lock it so it won't be affected. Okay, let's start at the beginning. I created a new design. A 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels, and hit create. To make a black background, I started with a rectangle that was the same size as my canvas. And I filled it. With black. Okay. Now right away, I'm going to go over here and call this layer background. And I'm going to lock it because I don't want it affected by any of the things I'm going to do on top of it. The first thing I'm going to do is make 2 ellipses for the top and the bottom of my cup. We've already selected a fill of gray, so I think that will be good for right now. So when you view the circle of a cup from the side, it looks like this. It's an ellipse. And there's also going to be one on the bottom, so I'm going to hold down the Alt key, Option on a Mac, and I'm going to hold the Shift key also so that when I drag this copy off, it's going to go straight down. Okay, and now I'm going to call these 2 ellipses. The one that's selected is, I guess, the bottom. So I'm going to call it the bottom, hit return, and I'm going to lock it right now so I can not affect it with my next moves. This one I'm going to call top, double click, right top, hit return, and I'm going to lock it too. So if I want to make changes, I will just come back here to the layers panel and unlock those layers. Right now I'm going to use the pen tool kind of on top of them. I'm going to connect them. Click and another click, and then I'm going to go around the bottom of this one and I'm going to click and drag until that curve seems to match the bottom curve pretty well. Then I'm going to come over to this side and again I'm going to drag it until the curve matches. And I need to go here, click, but I need to change that. I will come back to that. I need to click here with the click and drag to match the curve, and click here and drag a little bit. Okay. So looks like we might need to make a change to this point here, which I'm going to be able to do with my subselect tool. I'll select this point and I'm going to click the first option under joint, which will make it a corner, a straight corner. Okay. Now how about making this fill for the cup be a gradient fill? I think that would look nice. So I'll click on fills, and at the top I'm going to take color fill and click on it and drag it, choose the second selection, which is linear gradient. And the black kind of fades into the background, so I think I'm going to change that by double clicking and just make it a dark gray. Maybe even a darker gray. That'd be better. And let's unlock this top right now so we can give it a gradient too. We'll select it and change color fill to a linear gradient. That looks fine. Maybe not black again, maybe something like a gray. And also we can change the direction a little bit with this slider. That might be good. Okay, we have a little more of a black line there than I want, but I'm just gonna leave that for right now. It's not terrible. So I think we just really need a handle for our cup. First, let's go to this main body part of the cup and give it a name. It's a path, but we want to call it cup. Hit return, and let's lock it so we can make a handle without bothering our cup. So we'll take the pen tool to make the handle, and we'll go click, 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 and click, and let's do the inside of the handle too. Click and drag to make curves. And close the path. Okay, well, I don't really want it white. We could probably apply a gradient to this too, or we could just make it a sort of a middle gray. Also, I think I would like to move it. It seems a little big. So I'm going to choose the pointer tool and I'm going to move it in, but I'm going to put it behind. Here's the layer. If we double click on it, we can call it handle. Hit return. And let's put it behind the cup by dragging it under the cup. You drag the layer in the layers panel under the layer for the cup. So now it's behind. And there you go. Basically, that's it. That's how you make a simple cup. Okay, so have fun. Can't wait to see what you make.